From Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, Katie. Let's go one more.
No gain on the dump off. It's second down. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Newton now to throw. He's going to look deep for more. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, but it's going to be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. He goes full extension, and he's got it. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Juju, there's definitely a positive spirit about that, man. You know, he was, I know you know this story, but he was asked in training camp by a fan to sign his head next to a tattooed Steelers logo.
Not a piece of paper on his head.
No.
Sign his head.
Sign his head. And then later Juju told reporters he'd give game tickets to that fan if he got it tattooed. Well, he did. And Juju came through with not only game tickets, but season tickets. Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick six. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Connor. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. That is caught at the 7. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 12 yards there and a first down.
We got 3. We got 3. We got 3.
First down, Panthers.
Now Newton on first down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Bud Dupree. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Escaping the pressure right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. He's got the first down inside the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Watch the slant.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. McCaffrey turned away on 4th and goal. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now Roethlisberger on first down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Finds his running back, James Conner. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bolin, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at a top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, in Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against his secondary? Champ Bailey and Ty Law at corner, Ed Reed and Johnny Robinson at safety. Good luck trying to get open against those four. What a matchup that would have been. But it was a terrific night for those gentlemen. Congratulations. And, of course, Ed Reed's bust will go down in history because they got the hair exactly right. And Ed had a ball up there in his Hall of Fame speech.
And remember, next year, they're going to celebrate the centennial year of the NFL with a special class of 20. So get ready for those speeches.
I wonder if they'll do it like Johnny Robinson this year, who actually submitted a video instead of going up to the podium. And his speech was about 5 minutes long, which is probably about the right length.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission? And Big Ben intercepted a third time. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Roethlisberger. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that?
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. The 40. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold it, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one, because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good. I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skilled players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now it's Newton. And the Panthers in for the score.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over. recover and rebuild that confidence.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now first and 10 at their own 21. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Stop your running.
After the run, Newton going to throw. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Newton on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. T.J. Watt in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. The Panthers going for it on 4th. Newton.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen, 57 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we